Greetings,
We
ladies and
now
gentlemen.
return to
Welcome back to not AM2R. Welcome back to Metroid Prime 2
Trilogy Edition
Echoes.
for the second time. Because, for the benefit of the ladies and gentlemen at home who do not care about our editing problems, we've had to re-render this video simply because it fucked up while we were trying to do the commentary the first time. Last night.
Sometime around the, 16, 17 minute mark.
Somewhere in there. I'm sure that once we get to it, we'll know.
Oh,
But in the meantime, we're
back to
Dark
Cinnabons.
Aether's energy.
We're back to Dark Energon. We're back to Cinnabons. We're back to glowing freaking lights and gray purple worlds.
And metallic thongs. That's the problem with doing a majority of the commentary for the video right up until a certain point, at which point it just... Yeah, you said all these things before, the last time you were watching this video. You want to do it again?
Oh, sure, great, sure. I'm sure everyone wants to hear it again.
Well, they're gonna have to, because we can't recover the audio from the last take.
Yes. Oh, yes.
But yeah, like I said, in the last take, Samus has now integrated a bit more of the Luminoth technology into her existing Jozo battle armor, the Dark Suit, in fact, which allows her to turn into this yo-yo ball.
Yeah, it's a big gray yo-yo with
Brown.
well,
A brown and gray
dark-
suit. It's dark suit.
a-
It actually
a faded
reduces
brown.
damage. It actually slightly reduces the damage taken from Dark Aether's toxic atmosphere. So now your health goes down at about the exact same pace it would go back up while standing in one of these bubbles.
which is fantastic. Would have been nice earlier.
It would have been, but we're still kind of early on in the game as it is, unfortunately.
It's all about the challenge. The challenge.
Oh yes, the challenge. Quite. Anyway, as we have stolen the energy from the Temple of Dark Aether, whatever location this happens to be, I can't remember off the top of my head.
Is it technically...
Aegon Wastes or something like that? I don't know. Either way, we've stolen the energy from their temple, and despite having this huge mass of planetary energy stored inside our power suit, it doesn't seem to give Samus any added benefits whatsoever, aside from... No, it doesn't. It just doesn't give us any added benefits. We've just stolen the energy, storing it on our suit. It isn't powering us up at all. It isn't making us invincible. It isn't doing anything for Samus.
What's in this
We're just
for me?
transporting it from point A to point B, which involves hopping between dimensions to actually accomplish.
Actually, if the energy was already stolen property, are we really stealing it?
The implication is that half of the planet's energy went to Dark Aether anyway, and Dark Aether stole Light Aether's half and added it to their own to make a full energy. I don't quite get this whole planetary energy split thing as it is. It's dimensional hoo-ha.
Well,
I've stolen your energy. Try and get it back.
well.
Actually, don't. That would make my life a living hell.
Make it a real-time strategy game.
Yeah, make it one of those stupid strategy games, like where you have to keep defending your positions as you claim them.
No. Another settlement needs
Like,
your help.
Uh,
There you go.
yeah. Was that a thing in one of the GTA games?
I think actually, what was it? San Andreas had something like that. You had to defend the various. I think you had to defend your various territories or something in San Andreas. It's been an awful long time since I played that, and I don't even own it. So, yeah. Talking about a Grand Theft Auto game and Metroid game. Two sides of the same coin, boys and girls. When you grow up, you're gonna play Grand Theft Auto, and then you're gonna say to yourself, gee, they sure do swear a lot in this game. How do people record this and use this for YouTube videos? And by the time you're at that point in your life, YouTube won't allow people to do that anymore, to have swearing in their videos, because this is 20 whenever, and foul language is bad, like back in the 90s.
Hey, you gotta realize that foul language is running rampant in our society today. People who want to protect the little kitty Vinkies from it, they have absolutely no idea what they're trying to deal with here.
It's more ridiculous that, again, the next generation is doing this over again when they should be fully aware of what they went through at school. It's only worse with every single generation. You thought you heard and saw some foul stuff at school? Well, bet your ass that it gets even worse next time. That's life.
School is all about creating it's all about making life worse. They say it's all about preparing you for the future that awaits you, making you a workable member of society and all that shit. And it's just like, I can't remember in the 6 years I actually spent in public school that there was any value in what I gained from it, aside from people exist to make fun of you.
Oh, yeah.
If you have a funny name that happens to be the name of another dead person or someone famous for any other given reason, prepare to be tormented for the rest of your life over it.
Positively ridiculous.
But yeah, among all the backtracking in this game that we have to do, and believe me, people, it is entirely mandatory. I don't remember, because it's been a day since we last did a recording session, and, well, that kind of ended abruptly because this video decided to bork on us. I can't exactly remember whether I mentioned this in the failed recording or the recording of the previous episode. The structure of this game is not one that I consider particularly pleasant. Because of all the things you have to do, it involves you basically going into a new area that will allow you to pick up a new power-up. And you will take that power-up back to the main temple grounds, and use that somewhere in the temple grounds to get another power-up to finish up the area that you just entered. And while that wasn't necessarily as significant to the things here in the Aegon Wastes, you're going to notice it once we get to the Torvus Bog. That there will be some very significant backtracking, and, you know, again, backtracking, that's all part of exploration. But usually that's as a result of things like, you know, going back to previous areas you'd explored before with the new powers and capabilities you have now to expand your search radius for things that you couldn't get before. In this game, it's a case of you have to go back and forth, because the game is not structured well enough to the point where they had to think ahead about when and where you would be backtracking to. Of course, if I mentioned this in the previous episode and I'm bringing it up again, I'm sorry for being redundant, but that's the problem with our current setup of recording that has gone wrong.
can't remember what I said in the last episode we recorded, or the episode before that. Or the last one, of course, being this one.
Yes.
Not that it matters,
again,
because we do repeat ourselves. Ah,
why
there was that
did
pink sky.
the thing turn pink?
I remember that from the first time we watched this.
Yes, and I recall distinctly rewatching it and seeing that being an issue, and I just don't know what that was. I'm thinking maybe something went wrong with the recording, although very briefly. Anyway, since we've actually managed to return the energy to the temple in the Aegon Wastes, it is now our point in time to actually return to Umos, discuss with him what to do next. Which is another thing about this game that sort of separates it from your standard Metroid formula, in which you are basically communicating with someone in order to get ideas on where to go all the time. Granted, it's not nearly as intrusive as it is in, say, Metroid Fusion, or as we're going to get into in Corruption. And by the way, I would like to say, fuck this power-up right here. I have a grudge against this power-up because, wouldn't you know, the first time I tried to do a 100% playthrough of this game, that's the power-up I missed!
Well, I guess it's kind of easy to miss, but yeah.
It's like I scoured the entirety of the map of the entire planet. And then I finally decided to stop through here and be like, Umos, I am stuck, I cannot find my items. Have mercy on me, let me find something. And I happened to go in there and I just heard that. And I'm like, what? What?
Probably be a lot easier to notice if, as I mentioned in the previous version of this recording,
there was some sort of vibration feature to go along with that rumble.
Well, I'm pretty sure on, like, Twilight Princess, probably, there was always, like, when certain items or certain actions could be done, it would chime from the remote.
That is, assuming you had the remote volume turned up to listen to it.
Yes.
And then, of course, there was some other things in other Zelda games, like the Rumble Pack feature of Ocarina of Time.
Yes.
Not that I use that either.
Any number of ways they could give you somewhat more feedback for that sort of thing, but oh well. Those do not look any more or less menacing as tiny little creatures than they do. Yeah, they're just... What are we talking about?
Oh, we're talking about where we must be on to next, now that we've saved the energy and the Temple of the Aegon Wastes. We now have to seek the Temple of Torvus. May the light of Aether serve you well.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I'll do that. Thank you, Umos, for telling me things that I need to know. I would also like to question several things about your technology. Like, for instance, why does your dark suit design have giant Cinnabons on its shoulders?
It has something to do with moths.
Speaking of moths,
Hey,
it's identified as hibernatic stasis chambers. Bioforms within the chambers are steady. It would be difficult to breach them with conventional weapons. So, thankfully, the Luminoth aren't completely extinct. They have hibernation chambers, stasis pods, and whatnot, so that they can come back out once their planet is saved. Unlike the Chozo, who just got fucking old and died.
Yes. Wiped off the face of everything. Just gone. They really just got old.
As far as I know. Again, I read, like, the Metroid mangas on the Metroid database, and from what I understand, a bunch of Chozo actually managed to escape planet Zebeth. Zebeth? Whatever. Even after Mother Brain took it over. But after that, they just sort of vanished.
What about Chozo on other Chozo planets?
Anyway.
It's like
We're here.
They just up and poofed out like the freaking Dweemer.
Ah, we're still going. Okay, good. Good.
It was around here where the video died before.
Yeah.
Right before this, skate park, I guess. Ramp thing. Hey, bats.
Go away. You're in my way. Stop that.
Unlimited bats. Oh.
Assholes! But moving right along, we have to make our way into the Torvis Bog sector. That way we can save it. I don't know. Why would you want to save a bog?
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's my understanding that... Oh, green doors. I can't break open green doors yet. Oh, hey, there happens to be a dark portal over here.
Well, hang on a minute. Doesn't green mean go?
Not with my current weapon setup.
Oh, what a shame. So, instead of doing that, let's just go to the Dark Universe and do all this over again. Kinda.
Yeah, we seem to be hopping back and forth between the darkness a lot, don't we? This darkness keeps coming up in our face. And we keep hopping back and forth between it just so that we can progress through this game.
I mean, I like Silent Hill and all, but Silent Hill certainly had a more radical change than this, to be honest. So, I don't know. Does everyone get this from Silent Hill, or do they get it from someplace else? I don't know.
I don't know.
The other world that's different from the one before, and you can travel through doors that you couldn't before in the other world because it's different. Which is like Silent Hill, because in Silent Hill, the whole freaking hellscape is just a completely different shape from the regular place.
Yeah, whereas this is mostly the same shape with some slight added differences and gimmicks. That statement makes it sound like something else I've heard of. I just can't remember what it is off the top of my head.
It just isn't much of a hellscape.
Oh, what if, hear me out here, what if what if Dark Aether was the same place, only turned upside down?
Whoa!
Get all Castlevania Symphony of Night in here. Which is a game that I should have been doing for Halloween, but I didn't pick it up until we're like already well and truly planned and set for this Metroid marathon.
What are we doing? We're
lowering clamps so that we can activate a
claw machine.
Elevator?
It's
an elevator.
Okay.
I don't understand. I don't understand anything. This thing is so peculiarly designed. I don't even know if this is. I can't really understand if this is Luminoth designed or Ing design. I assume Luminoth. I don't think the Ing are smart enough to actually design machines.
Well,
I don't think.
You know this.
Stop that! Stop that! Ow! That's in my face.
I'm betting this won't drop you where you actually need to be. Because when do claw machines ever drop when you want them to drop? Come on.
Well, there's the portal up ahead of us, so maybe. Maybe. Who knows? Once we step into the light.
It drops you just outside the portal. Yeah, you gotta throw another quarter in.
Charge!
This
and in we go.
This joke.
Into the light, my friend, that we may see the other side of Aether that we desire.
Again.
Which is not really that interesting for a start, but who cares?
I mean, at least this one's purple.
I set the video to repeat. Whoops.
Well, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter because that is the end of this part of Let's Play Metroid Prime 2 Echoes Trilogy Edition. So, I would like to thank absolutely everyone for watching. Remember, RCFS and out.
The disc version.